So the elevator pitch is, what if you were in a Model UN club in high school in the 90s and some aliens showed up and decided that you were actually the real United Nations and that they were going to negotiate with you about the fate of your planet? And uh, for me, the bigger story for Model UN was there were two things that I really wanted to do. I wanted to kind of create a freaks and geeks kind of situation where I had a bunch of misfits who get together and do their Model UN club, and some of them want to be there and they're real keeners and they're very interested, and some people are just going with the flow, and some people are just there for extra credit. And I always like when you can take disparate personalities and kind of put them in a box and then shake that box up. And I decided to shake the box up with aliens. Um, and by doing so, I was able to, at least for me, explore a couple things that tied into my own high school experience, which was like uniformly negative. And I wanted to pull some positive stuff out of that. I ended up at I got expelled from, oh, looks like you disappeared.
Oh no, my camera froze for some reason.
Ah,
So
all right. I'm comfortable moving on in the darkness. It's all good. Um, as I was saying, I want to take some positive stuff out of the negative high school experience I had, where I was expelled from public school and ended up a scholarship student at the only other English language school in my area, which was a really tiny private school. And in Model UN, I get to take these two hierarchies, one of them being, the rigid private school background that these kids are in, and then these aliens who show up where the leader of the aliens is incredibly stubborn and doesn't want to admit the fact that maybe they're wrong and that maybe this isn't the actual United Nations, despite the crew providing them with all this evidence and despite the kids themselves saying, like, hey, you really shouldn't be talking to us. You should be talking to these other people. And I feel like when you put like two rigid hierarchies up against each other and you create that friction, you can get a lot of comedy out of it.